Good morning, good afternoon, good evening across the country, around the world. Welcome back to the Kerbal Space Program. We are back on Minmus with Valentina Kerman, and we have done science here on the flats. And we're actually gonna hope to do a lot more science. First off, though, I'm gonna have Val hop out and EVA over to the whatever this is, the slopes over here, and take a surface sample over there because surface samples are a good chunk of science. I mean, on this thing alone, we've probably got a few hundred, at least a few hundred, if not more. So, let's go ahead and take a quick save, because quick saves are our friend. We'll EVA her out. There we go. We'll keep it. I think we've already got one, so it'll duplicate it, but that's fine. Actually, then let's take and store just... Okay, yeah, we've already done these. Go away. Stop it. Let's turn you off. Stop it. Okay, there we go. Sorry. And we're gonna fly away that away over to the over to that area there, whatever that is. And we'll just try to keep ourselves not falling too much, or at least not too quickly. And again, thanks to the magic of video editing in post, we can skip through this long, boring sequence until I get there. I was trying to check, am I there yet? Am I there yet? Am I there yet? No, maybe. Oh, there I was. But I waited until I landed to actually read through the results. Alright, so we've just... Whoop, come on, pop it down. We've just come over up onto this slope, and it does count as the lowlands. Curse bitterly, there are no rocks. Curses. Keep that, and another EVA report. Cool. Don't need to plant a flag here because that's not that big a deal. So now we will jet on back over to the ship. And at this point, we'll board and we'll hop somewhere. We've got loads of Delta V in the ship, so I'm not worried. Is that still... It's still the Moonlander Mark III. I guess it's an upgraded version of... Oh no, that's right. Yeah, I just failed to rename it, that's all. So as you saw, quick and easy little jaunt across there. Easily doable with the onboard monopropellant. I'm pretty sure she still has... Yeah, we've only used like not even a quarter of it. Maybe just shy of a quarter of it. Grab. I do not want to take out a solar panel. That's kind of a big concern at the moment, and I can't tell how well I'm lined up. Oop, 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 oop. Board. Grab. There we go. Jeez. And board. No, I've already got that. Board anyway. Yeah, because of those duplicated experiments. But we should have 6. Let's see. Yes, Minmus's lowlands, lesser flats, in space, Minmus's lowlands. So we've got all of those. Awesome. So we are here. We are on Minmus's lowlands. I think I just kind of want to pop right up here onto this flat surface here, which, if we take a look at the ScanSat map, Minmus, good. Let's get, yes, biome, excellent. So we are there. Oh, the map isn't quite complete yet. No, that's okay. If we right click, we can bring up a zoomed in map, and we can get rid of this guy. This is a nice zoomed in map of where we are, so we can tell what is where, what biomes are where. So yeah, we were here, and we, oh, wait, okay, hold on. Let's see, colors. So lesser flats, and you can see the, down at the bottom, right above all those changing numbers is 0 meters, lesser flats. And then lowlands, where we just were. Slopes, just want to stay away from that. Lowlands again, midlands, and slopes again. And that's nothing yet. So midlands, what was this? Lowlands, and then midlands. We want to come down to here-ish. Midlands. What was this? Slopes? Slopes. Yeah, we just did lowlands. Slopes wouldn't be bad. Usually it literally is slopes. That's not good. But somewhere over here wouldn't be a bad idea. So we can actually keep this screen open. Just kind of hide it up here. Tuck it away up here. And while we maneuver, we can see where we're going. So we want to point more or less, this was Midlands? Yes, more or less southwest. So if that's north, that's east, that's west, that's south, southwest. We're going to point 225-ish. I don't know what way that is in relationship to I think it's that way-ish. Yes. Excuse me. So we're going to quick save. Again, we have tons of delta V's. I'm not worried about much, but we're going to do that, and we can lift off. Ooh, let's get stability assist. Start pointing southwest, and if I'm correct, we should start seeing some lines. Yes, excellent. Lines showing our point of travel. So once that extends up into here, we can kill it. We can kill our thrusting. And if we click and drag, yes, it'll show a little more about well, we can change where the map shows. There we go. And does it zoom in? Oh, it zoomed out. Huh. Yeah. Anyway, ScanSat, very useful for so many things. But this is good. Our apoapsis, oh, I don't have any of that information. Oh well. But we know we're going to land in the Midlands. So that's great. We can get rid of that. And we are coasting up. Let's get our orbit and get our surface info. Oops, not stacked on top of each other though. So our apoapsis, we're going to go up to 7.53 kilometers. And we'll keep our altitude because the true altitude is going to be very, obviously, Midlands is going to be up a little higher. Okay, let's warp just a little bit until we get up to our apoapsis. Oh yeah, that popped us up higher than I thought it would. Whoopsie. So we should see ourselves, what is it, 7.5? So there's apoapsis, and now we're returning down. So we're going to go ahead and face ourselves retrograde. And yeah, now we're traveling nearly horizontal. I mean, you can see that, yeah, here. This is the big version of what you saw on the mini map of the scan of ScanSat. So we've got some kilometers to go. We'll give it a little warp. That feels good. Eek. Although, I should have kept that map up. Balls. Okay. That way I can make sure, even if I break and land right here, I know I will be in the Midlands. So I can land anywhere along the path I am on now, and we will be in the Midlands, so that's fine. Impact in 33 seconds. Good. Okay, let's see. Sunlight. Sunlight is there. Shadow is way over there somewhere. 20 seconds. We're going to start throttling up just to slow ourselves down. Okay, and I do not need this anymore, though, because I know. Yeah. I know where... Ah, there's our shadow. Excellent. Helpful. Very, very helpful. Oh, yeah, we're getting pretty low. In fact, we want to come to almost a stop, so we're going straight down. There. Alright, so now we should start... Boop, there we go, drifting toward coming nearly straight down. And we still... Good God, we could do a few of these hops. This is crazy. Crazy! We might do that, and then just do some quick little time lapses in between. Feels like we're drifting sideways just... Yeah, just slightly. That's okay. Sideways drift isn't the end of the world. Feels Feels like there's a lot of sideways drift. Oh, it's slowly coming down. Oop. I want to go back up again. This might be a lot of sideways drift. No, no, we'll just stay retrograde. We'll just go really, really slow, and if we skid into a stop, we'll skid to a landing. Whoop, 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 whoop. Don't want to go up. Oh, that's cool. It stayed, what's it called? It stayed pointing up. Ooh. Ah, what broke up? Keep. What did I lose? Oh no, I lost an engine. Alright, well, I lost one of the outer engines, so that's not ideal. But it's not, again, it's not the end of the world. We can probably recover from this. Lose a solar panel too? Yeah, I lost a solar panel too. Come on, come on, get up, get up. So I did not manage that landing as well as I could have / should have. What is going on? Oh, you want to stay pointed retrograde, don't you? Yeah, of course you do. Come on, let's twist you back. Up. Upright, upright, come on. Come on. It's twisting all over the place. Okay, on the landing gear. Yeah, so we lost an engine and solar panels, but that's okay. We've got lots of redundancy built into this here. There we go. Okay, so now we're on the landing gear. All right, so maybe not another hop, but there are things we can do. This tank is still nearly full. It's actually full. Did I add fuel ducts? I didn't. Okay. I thought I used a little bit of fuel here. Right? I didn't. Yeah, I didn't fuel duct those. Interesting. Anyway, so this vessel should still fly reasonably well. If the center of mass is that screwed up, we can ditch the outer things. We'll lose the fuel, but that's okay. So we don't have that much delta V left. We want to get back home. So yeah, that's annoying. Can you not do any more? No, because nothing was collected. Right. Okay. Pity, but it's okay. Val will survive. The ship will survive, and we'll get home and bring a bunch of science with us. So we've quick saved. Let's get Valentina out, and she'll do an EVA report and a surface sample from the surface. And let's see, can she... Right, orbital telescope, no good. You can take that data. What is this? You can take the data. Can you log it again? Only logged by scientist, right? And then let's see, can she access any of these guys? Aha! Good. So now we can go back inside and run some stuff. Let's see, take the temperature data and take the pressure data. And now, when we board again... Sure. I'm not sure which it's going to dump. Interesting. Okay. I hope it didn't dump like everything. So we'll keep the magnetometer. We'll keep a seismic scan, temperature scan, and an atmospheric scan. And how many experiments do we have? Okay, we have a lot of stored data. I thought we lost some, but we went from 6 to 13. That says we have more. So I'm okay with that. We will toggle the magnetometer, and we'll keep that. We'll keep that data in there. But we can toggle these sensors and close that hatch. And even though we've gotten an EVA and a surface sample already, so we can go ahead and turn this off, we're going to leave a flag here to show we have landed here as well. So, I've been doing this in quick succession without saying it. Really quick. Space, R, and W to pop up. Space to let go, R to activate the RCS, and W to go up. So, space, R, W. Oh. No. Wow, this is just a bad spot for me, isn't it? Let's get out of here. Oh, W is forward. I should have pressed shift. I failed. That was my failure. Definitely my failure. Boop. We'll plant a flag here just because it's fun. It doesn't, I think it gains XP for the Kerbin, but only the first time. I think after that it's just like, yay, extra. Minmus Midlands. Bumpy ride. Okay. Actually, before we head back inside, I'm curious. So what is this? Lowlands. Slopes are way over there. Yeah. There's a part of me that wants to, but there's a part that says don't do it. Okay, come on. Size it up. And this is slopes, and that's Midlands and slopes. So quickest point would be here, which is southwest, I mean. Let's try it and see what we can do and see how our EVA material handles. So that's north. I want to be facing south. What is it? Southeast. So if that's west, yes, southwest. So about here-ish. We're gonna just, okay, let's do it this way and see. Actually, I lied really quick. Before I do this, because this has obviously been a disastrous landing. That's what I get for jumping into playing the game without really like thinking about things. Let's quick save. Okay. So now we can go, and I think if we just burn this way, we should get, yes, we get a burn arc showing our trajectory. And this should be easy enough to get there and have plenty of monopropellant left. Oh yeah. Yeah. Even including braking and the return trip. And honestly, if I use up too much, then we can, alright, we want to bend it this way a little bit, don't we? Yes, that's shorter. That's a little bit quicker. Okay, good. And we're still, what, 4.3? 4.0. We've used 1/5 of our monopropellant. That's the direction we're going, even though... There we go. Okay, let's do a little time warpy here. Show me coming down outside of the slopes. I think because this is... Oh, lowlands, midlands. Interesting. I would thought it would be sloping away from me, but it's... I guess it's not. Maybe where there's that discoloration change over there is where we get into the slopes. I think it might be. Nope. At least, nope, we're not there yet. But we should be just about to break into it here. Come on. Slow it down. Bring me down. Alright, so it looks like we should be pretty much right on top of it. Yeah, we'll hit the slopes in just a moment. Yeah, either way, we should be at the slopes. So let's go ahead and just... fall down. Although, out of curiosity, EVA, Midlands. Wait, Aren't we looking for slopes? Yeah, we're looking for slopes. Dang it. Refresh. Okay, so let's keep going. It's interesting. There we go. Okay. To the side for a second. Whoa, I forgot it does that. Alright, so let's just let ourselves drift on down. Wrong button for a second there. Oi. Come on. Oh, ha! Orbit mode. That's why I'm like, we're going really fast. Not going that fast. Not really. Orbital mode. Alright. Must not taste. So we'll keep surface sample and other EVA report. And again, I don't need to plant a second flag because we're here. Interesting star. So now we'll just jet on back to the ship. And now we're on our way back to the ship. Again, thanks to video compression. Yeah, what's it called? ScanSat is very useful for trajectories for things like this. Or if I think I want to, in the near future, I want to do a couple episodes where we find all the landmarks on Kerbin, the Moon, and Minmus. And ScanSat comes in very useful, and this popping around like this as well, because it makes it really easy to pinpoint things like that. And you can zoom in a lot further than we have with this, but it wasn't really necessary for just flying to a biome and then flying back to the ship. Alright, coming in once again to land and grab and board the ship one more time, and then we'll send Valentina home. Grab. Whew. And board. Good, no messages about garbage that I can't take. Although real quick, I want to do EVA. Take the data, store the data, and it should let me do a crew report. I don't think I've done a crew. I don't think I've done a crew report from here. I don't think so. Yes, good, excellent, good. All right, so with one engine gone, I don't really want to run the risk of attempting to burn just the 2 and have it be off center and all that stuff. Although I could burn the 3, but I'm kind of reluctant to do that. And I could transfer fuel. Excellent. So at this point, I think we're just going to go home. We're going to get in orbit and go home. Toggle that thing and close it. There you go. Oh, clicked on the wrong one. Toggle the doors. You. Toggle the sensors. Closed. Oh, yeah. This one has glitches. The, what is it? The temperature and and air pressure one, it kind of glitches. Like if you leave the vessel and then come back to it, it's like listed as closed, but it's visually open, so it's stupid. Anyway, all right, so we've done a lot here. Let us get into orbit and then return home. So there's 90, there's east. We'll head that way, and quick save here. We should have plenty of thrust to weight, even with just one engine to do this. And then we can tip over and face 90 degrees. I don't need that, but I'll take you. Okay, get rid of you a little bit. Whoop. Yeah, and we're barely sipping on the fuel for this too, so we'll be okay. It might be a little tight. We'll get our apoapsis up to, well, we'll go for like a 15-kilometer apoapsis, just for insurance. We'll probably go a little further equatorial, and I'm doing this nav ball orientation just is really confusing me. It shouldn't, but it does. So this way it'll help circularize our orbit a little bit sooner. Alright, let's go. Boom. Burn, baby, burn. And we could... Yeah, this has a little bit of wobble to it, I think, because it is off-center now. 10, 12, 13, okay, 21. That works. And we're almost, our periapsis is almost out of, what's it called, out of the thing. Let's go ahead and utilize mechjeb to circularize, to create node, and it's, yeah, super minimal burn. Because our apoapsis is way out there, and we're already almost, our periapsis is almost out already. So, good. So, for the most part, a successful mission, aside from that obvious goof. Oopsie. But easily survivable. We lost a solar panel. That's okay. We have 2 more plus all the little ones. All the redundancy. Redundancy is our friend. Yeah, that hop was very horizontal. I should have gone up a bit more and down instead of so flat. I was trying to conserve fuel, but really I didn't. I ended up making more work for myself and breaking something. Boo. We still have a lot of delta V. Honestly, we could return with all this back, but we don't need to. We're not going to. There's no more science to do here. Is there? No, there is not. So, Valentina is in orbit. Let's go ahead and retract the gear because who needs those, right? Now what we have to do is return to Kerbin. We're going to do all that with these extra, basically now they're fuel pods on the outsides, because I'm going to eventually transfer the fuel inside. Because we are returning from Minmus, I want a little more control afterward. I want a little more fuel to have a little more control for my actual return insertion. So, let us set up our return to Kerbin, though. So, we are orbiting this away around the moon, or around Minmus, I should say. And about there, we're going to burn prograde to Minmus, but it is going to be retrograde to Minmus's orbit of Kerbin. Good. Ooh, what's our periapsis? High. Grr. Stay up. That's one option I wish they would add to the game. How to keep your maneuver nodes from disappearing. Burn a little more. Ooh, a lunar encounter. That's fun. Merp. What happens after that? I'm a little scared to try to find out. I don't think I want to, and it doesn't show any further because there are too many variables. But if we keep doing this, keep burning this way. Oh gosh, and that's a tiny burn there too, huh? Yeah, it is. Yeesh, that's a little bitty burn. Whoop. Let's go ahead with a, like, I like that, 100-kilometer orbit of Kerbin. Yes, yes. And it's 200 meters per second. Yeah, let's go ahead and execute this maneuver node. Go for it, mighty mechjeb. Small side note, I did do a little research on the life support, and yeah, food I got plenty, but we have wastewater, waste, and carbon dioxide. So these, you could add modules that will convert wastewater into something, and carbon dioxide, I think you can split that off into oxygen somehow. Waste is just waste. But once you fill these up, like we have, doesn't matter. Now we're just bleeding off the rest. It's just being ejected out. So we don't get to keep it to convert it, but I don't need to. It's not a big deal. Oh, this vessel looks so sad, missing an engine. Oh well. Anyway, that's a side note that these guys don't really matter. They're just gonna burn away, or they're gonna get ejected. Alright, then we can see our orbit growing and growing and growing, breaching Minmus' sphere of influence and bringing our periapsis down pretty low. Low enough to be, well, to be good. Another lunar encounter on the other side of that, though. We're going to burn right past that and hit... There we go. Somewhere like that. Beautiful. 104 meters, 104 kilometers up, which is a good height for Kerbin. Alright. So there we go. So long, Minmus. Although while we're still here, so this guy is about half drained. Something you unlock at a certain point when you keep upgrading Mission Control or the Astronaut Center, I forget one of them, is you can transfer resources. So we want this one, and we're going to click this one, and by Alt and right-clicking, you can open up all these guys. And we're going to in and in. We're going to take liquid fuel and oxidizer out of the other guys. It adds, yes, you can see it's adding delta V to things over here because it's putting more fuel at that engine's disposal. So we've got tons of delta V for maneuvers there. These guys are almost empty. I'm going to keep them for now because I want that extra fuel. Our thrust to weight's still pretty good, and it'll be a fine around Kerbin for slowing us down. Alright, actually, let's watch it from here. Boop, boop, boop. Goodbye, Minmus. We're flying away from you. So long, you big ball of mint chocolate chip ice cream. And we've got a few days to return. I could take this opportunity to do some other satellite missions and whatnot, but I'm not going to. We're going to stay focused on Val, especially because of the bad landing we had. We're just going to keep an eye on Val and make sure that everything is hunky-dory for her. Her power isn't going anywhere weird, is it? Electric charge. Nope, electric charge is staying just fine. A note to the future. I am, bleh, words are hard. I have plans for our space stations and a moon station and possibly a Minmus station. But to do those the way I want to, I am going to need... Why did you unwarp? That was weird. To do those, I am going to need some more science bits. More than I have. But I want them. To really get things the way I want them to be, I need a lot more science to get the bigger, better parts. Now we're time accelerating like crazy, just getting down there. But we're watching the food slip down, but that's okay. We'll be there another 3 days or so, if that. Yeah, we're almost there. Okay, so we are approaching our orbit. Ooh, that's not fun. We are approaching Kerbin. Okay, and there's way too much going on. A little too busy here. There we go. Okay. Oh, interesting. And it says, because we're going to have a lunar encounter over there, that when we come back, our periapsis will be too low. That's fun. But we are going to go ahead and focus on Kerbin. We're going to go ahead and enter a smaller orbit here because we can. And because it slows us down by about 800 and some odd meters per second. And that gives us 173, 102. We can go down a little further. 54, 101. So that's good. And we still have fuel in those outer pods, which will let us, we'll dump those, and then we can deorbit and land in a place that we want to. Yes. Execute. So at this point, we'll let MechJab do this. Anyway, these missions to the moon and to Minmus with a lander were largely in part to gain more science because I need a couple of key ingredients to do the next stage. I have a contract already to build a station around Kerbin. Docking port, antenna, docking port, generate power, supporting at least 5 Kerbals and 2,500 units of electrical charge. So that's an easy little station to put together in orbit of Kerbin. And for now, for Kerbin's orbit, I'm going to do the minimum. And then as we get other ones to do other things to add to it, we'll do that. But for the time being, we'll do the minimum for Kerbin. And then we're going to work on station, at least a station that's going to go to the moon and Minmus. Or at least go to the moon and possibly also zip it over to Minmus to do it there. We'll have a station in orbit of the moon. We'll have a land that we can drop down, collect science, come back, and put it in a science lab. I think I've just unlocked that. But for the science lab to really function, you need a lot of electricity. I want the larger solar panels to make sure I can actually do that. Okay, this is going to take forever. Let's physics. Oh, right. Control? Alt. Alt. That's the button that makes it physics warp. Because with that one Terrier engine and a fair amount of mass, oh yeah, our thrust weight is actually pretty low here at Kerbin, but it's enough to get the maneuver done. Right? Yes. Yeah, still able to do it. Come out of physics warp just in time to let MechJet finish that. Excellent. And so it says we have 41 meters per second, which might be enough to start entering the atmosphere, but we actually have much more than that. So we're going to take you, keep you, stop it, stop moving. Alt-click you, alt-click you, and go away. Alt-click you. So in and in to that guy, and then we'll see our delta V climb up. Might almost refill that tank. Nah, we'll get it like 2/3 full. But that's showing this amount of delta V, which is tons of delta V. Plus, we're going to ditch those stages here in a second. So yeah, we've got lots of delta V here, but we can also ditch them now. So, let's see. If I just put you way up there, doesn't matter, right? Yes. Excellent. And although I've activated that engine, I'm worried about this. But I think if I hit spacebar, it should activate that stage. Oh, here, let's do this. That way it's definitive. I'm working on this stage, but I'm going to separate that one, I think. Quick save again, just for good measure. Spacebar. Yes, and there they go. Goodbye, my faithful fuel pods. You've been helpful, but I busted one of you up, so I got to let you go. And there'll just be debris that'll... oh, wait. Actually... No, I can terminate those. That's okay. We're at this point. So we're in orbit. We're at orbital velocity. We're at a good velocity here. So let us plan to deorbit. Oh, look, there's the thing there. Retrograde, quick save. If we just retrograde here, I would love to land in the ocean here. That might be a bit much. Might be a bit quick. Whoa. And I'm slowing down a lot, so that's going to help. I would love to land in the ocean near the Space Center, just because it's fun. And I like flying over the Space Center saying, "Hi guys, we're right overhead." I think it's kind of funny. Let's go with that. And hopefully that wasn't a huge mistake. But still, tons of delta V in that service module stage, but we don't need it anymore, so we can say goodbye to it. Hey, come on. There we go. Now this guy can just set retrograde, and we'll come in for a landing on the other side of this continent here. Time warp until we hit the atmosphere. Oh, there's a space center. We're still in space. Well, we're just entering the atmosphere as we kind of cross over that thing there. Hopefully we slow down fast enough. I'm a little concerned because that was a bit of a steep ascent. What do I need this? It's going to be a splashdown. What do I care? So this time, the ablator might really be important because we are getting deeper into the thicker atmosphere a bit faster. And we are speeding down. We're slowing down. Oh, wow. There's some of the other... Oh, that's the service module I just ditched. Bye-bye. Flaming away. Huh, interesting. I guess we were going slow enough. The ablator never ablated more than like 0.2. And I never got the trail on this guy. And we're going to start losing flame effects right here. And then we'll splash down. Not too far away, hi guys, from the Space Center. And then we'll collect all the sweet, sweet science. Are we? No, we're not at physics warp. Now we're at physics warp. Because why not? Once we get down below, well, closer to about 5 kilometers will hit the parachutes. 5 kilometers. Deploy the chutes. That'll slow us down initially. Physics warp down. And they should fully deploy at 1 kilometer. We'll unwarp for that. Yeah, this amount of parachutes is probably overkill. Yes, it is. Indeedy do it is. Alright. Physics warp as we come in for a landing. So again, we're going to take the science here and research stuff so that we can get fancy stations going on. Okay, let's see if we can jettison the heat shield. That'll make us go any faster. Nope, makes us go slower because there's more resistance. That was stupid. I didn't need to get rid of that. Oopsie. Yeah, we were dropping at 4 meters per second. Now we're dropping at 3.567. Boo. Anyway, we'll get some good science from this. We should get a few hundred. We're at 225 right now. I predict we'll be... Let's see, I got 4 surface samples, and those were 100. I'm being negative and saying, I'm being pessimistic, saying 120 each. So we should be close to 1,000, I think, in science. I think close to 1,000 science points by the time we recover this vessel. All right, come on, Val, head on down. And boom, splash down and recover. Excuse me. All right. Oh, wow. We're at 1286. Awesome. And we got some funds back. We're nearly at 4 million Kerbal Space Bucks, whatever you want to call it. So, research and development. This is where we get to spend some of that sweet, sweet science. So, ooh, fancy other command modules. That's fun. You have a capacity of 3, right? Yes. So, this is the road we're currently on right now, which is great. But the things I really want is here. I want the Gigantor solar panels, maybe some of these large other solar arrays. I recently downloaded a US and Soviet solar array module thingy. Soil moisture sensor, capacitor bank. That's fun. Anyway, this is the slot I really want to get to. I kind of want to keep with my trend though of going through the same levels here. Oh, is that the... Oh, no, it's the turbofan. It's the... Yeah, Panther. The rapier must be, like, the last thing? No. Here? Oh, you get the rapier there. That's earlier than usually. Usually it's, like, one of the last things to get. The other thing with the community science mod we have here is that there's lots of other sciencey options. Although, a bunch of these are empty because they're there for the community tech tree, but I don't have the parts for it. Yeah. So a lot of these are just empty. Ooh. Plasma. Interesting. Really low number of kilonewtons, but interesting. Anyway, that's fun. But then, like, way out here, nothing. Unified field theory and some of these things, there's nothing there. They're for mods that I just don't have. Atomic aerospike rocket. Interesting. So, that being said, we're only able to progress linearly out so far. To keep progressing and fill in everything. And I might go with some that have some of these interesting other engines in them just because they're cool looking. But to do that, I think... Yeah, I'm gonna break with my trend of doing it vertically. We're gonna stick out further. But I know I'm gonna want the better command modules because they're just cool. Like the cupola, I want the cupola. We'll take the command modules. You're the other ones, right? Like the big one? Isn't there like a big yeah, some of the heavy ones. Nothing there, and nothing there. Nothing there, and nothing there. Yeah, so these heavy landers, there's nothing to get there. I want that. I don't need these guys yet. No. But I will want... There's some other solar panels here, which are nice. Not really what I want. The ones I really want are here. The Gigantor. What's here? Science. That's great. Like I said, the Gigantor, and then some of these other ones that are cool. I might play with those in the thing and see what those are. 300. Yes. So, now that we have that, and do we have... I can't remember if I have... Oh, is it here that we got... Yes, we got the Clampotron docking port. That's cool. That's what I want. And then is there... Pressurized crew tube. Specialized parts. Ooh, some girders. Trusses and things. That's kind of fun. Bigger fuel tanks. The big fuel tanks. And then nuclear propulsion. Don't need that yet. Where? There's the big clamp. Or the big docking port. There it is. Docking port senior. I don't need that yet. But that'll be something to get into later. Although, where... I have that guy, but I don't have... There's a shielded docking port. Fuel tanks. Oh, there it is. There's the Clampotron. Yeah, okay, so we'll probably get this as well, because that's kind of fun. Docking port plus the Rockamax multi-hub, multi-point connector. Is that the big one? I think it's the big one. So that's one of the ones you want to make really interesting ones. Clampotron. Oh, shielded junior and shielded standard. Interesting. And then docking port sideways. So those will be good to have for the space stations we're going to be building very soon. Ooh, RCS blocks. Those are cool looking. We're going to go ahead and get those as well because we're going to want RCS for docking. Don't really need enhanced landing gear yet. Don't need supersonic, hypersonic, or engines or things like that. Don't need that. What are you? You are Mystery Goo. Mystery Goo. Mystery Goo is one of the research parts that are usually like in the very beginning, but they weren't here. Let's see. Here's some other science. Some MechJeb features. Oh, I don't have enough science to research these, do I? Yeah, they're 300s. RPWS atmospheric sensor. So we're almost there, but that'll be next. We might do a couple other little... I might do a couple other little things off camera to gain research there. But I've got the big parts I need to do the space stations that I want. So that is progress definitely made. Isn't there one that's like a... There's one that's like a salamander command pod, I thought. I'll have to search for that. There's that. No, there was a different looking command. I mean, I know there's obviously the stock one, the cupola, and then there's that one, Mark 3-9, and then also the big cupola. But there was a different looking command module. I'll have to search for that and see what mod that is a part of, or if it's part of a mod that doesn't work anymore. Anyway, sorry, a lot of science mumbo jumbo there at the end. But these missions to the moon and Minmus have helped us a lot, get a lot of science, and we're going to do a lot of things in the near future with space stations and docking and more moon and Minmus science. But that's it for this episode. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. If you like, hit subscribe, tell your friends, tell your neighbors, pass the word. I will catch you later.